Hey, Hope. Hope you're doing all right this midweek here. We're testing out some of our video equipment, seeing if it works, seeing how long it works, and all that different stuff. So, Bill and I thought, what better way to do that than by trying a midweek devotional? So, this one is from the Gospel according to Luke, the 15th chapter, verses 1 through 7, and you should be seeing it as I read it. All the tax collectors and sinners were gathering around Jesus to listen to him. The Pharisees and legal experts were grumbling, saying, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." Jesus told them this parable. Suppose someone among you had 100 sheep and lost one of them. Wouldn't he leave the other 99 in the pasture and search for the lost one until he finds it? And when he finds it, he is thrilled and places it on his shoulders. When he arrives home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying to them, "Celebrate with me because I found my lost sheep." In the same way, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who changes both heart and life than over 99 righteous people who have no need to change their hearts and lives. Now, parables. Part of what makes them so powerful is that they hit us differently, depending upon what kind of season we are in our lives. And so I took some time this week to think about this parable in light of the everything that we're dealing with in the world right now. And when I think about it, one of the things that springs to mind for me is playing hide and seek with my daughter, Nora. Now, playing hide and seek with her is kind of an adventure for a few reasons. First of all, when she's the counter, it happens very quickly. It kind of goes something like this: "Daddy, go hide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right now, here I come." And then not only have you been barely able to process that she's started counting, you have not even had time for your feet to begin to move to get you out of her eye line. So usually it's pretty easy to find me. But also, say that I do get a chance to get out of eyesight, it becomes hard for her to find you if you go to one of the less expected places. Upstairs is a pretty good example. And so then she has to ask for a hint. "Daddy, help me find you." And then you have to whistle or you have to talk, and then she'll find you because she can use her ears to locate you. But the other thing that's fun about playing hide and seek is when you go the opposite direction and I have to find her, because she will announce as soon as I stop counting where she is. And if I don't go where she is, first thing, if I do the old, like, "Maybe she's over here," then she comes running and saying, "Daddy, I was under the table," or "Daddy, I was behind the door," that kind of stuff. And so I was thinking about hide and seek with Nora when I was thinking about this parable of the lost. And I was thinking about how crazy it is that even though the 99 are in the pasture where it's still considered safe, they're not being looked after because the shepherd has gone out to find the one that is lost. And yet the shepherd says this is what we should do. And so I was thinking about who are those people who are alone throughout this time of pandemic that we are facing? Who are those persons that are the one sheep of the 99, especially right now when the walls of isolation have become so much higher than they were before? Who's been alone? Now, many of us have some kind of a network, right? We have relatives or neighbors or friends that we keep in touch with, but we know, even if we don't admit it, that there are people who are isolated and who have been alone these many months and now face that as we face the exhaustion of this long haul reality adjustment. It's hitting harder, I think, especially now that we enter the winter months and we're not going to be able to venture outside as much. So this week, as we think about those people in this time of pandemic and think about the lost sheep and the shepherd going out, I want you to take some time and reflect on these things. When have you felt like the one sheep that was lost? And who sought you out? Who found you? Did you yell, here I am," or were you actually trying to keep quiet? And I want you to think about, when have you been the one who did the finding? The challenge is how far God goes to find us. But we have to have the courage to continue to seek others as God sought us. So may you reflect on that this week, of finding those who are the lost sheep. How can you be the one who seeks? How have you been found? And now, in this time that we are in, how can we be the one who goes out looking for those who are lost? Amen.